rise. If you're not a real judge, Damone Allen. Not a real court is now in session.
Please be seated. Welcome to Not a Real Court, a comedy podcast where we pass final judgment on some of the hottest topics known to mankind. I am your Not a Real Judge, Damone D. Money Allen. Today I'm joined by a jury of your peers, starting off with High Five Mike.
Judge?
Yes. Oh, that was just you saying judge.
Yeah.
Okay. The bad guy, Kenny.
I thought he was about to ask you something.
Yeah, I thought he was going to say something I thought he was going to continue.
I was going to say something and I forgot, and so I let it go.
And we have a special guest today. She's an Academy Award winner by proxy. Amanda from the Sip List podcast. Tell the people about yourself and your show.
Thank you, Your Honor, for having me. I host the Sip List, which is a top 5 podcast. So we pick a topic and list our top 5 favorites, and there's lots of fun and shenanigans. And I just have to say, despite the controversy, I'm going to thank Jamie Lee Curtis for giving me an Academy Award by proxy because she said I helped her win it. So it's going on the resume now.
I would create a Wikipedia and then add that to your Wikipedia.
I should.
It's like that time we added Bookie Award winner to Pat McAfee's Wikipedia, and it stayed there for like 6 months.
That's awesome.
Removed.
I mean, a celebrity told me it has to be true, right?
Honestly, it shouldn't get removed. It was true. It happened. He did win a bookie.
He did. But this is not a real court. So the court is in session. So we're going to start off with a draft. So the way drafts work here is each person, the three of you, because I'm the judge, obviously, is going to draft. I think we said 5, right? We said 5, yeah. You're going to draft 5 people in this case, based off the topic, and then I'll decide at the end who had the best draft. So this week's draft, and it's going to be a snake draft. So the way, so this week's topic is historical figures we'd like to bang, was the way we worded it. So by historical figures, they had to have been important in some form to history. Me, Kenny, and Joe, who's usually on the show, got into a heated debate about Marilyn Monroe's place. I still say she counts, but you're muted, Mike.
I was there. I was also in that argument.
Oh, yeah,
Mike. Forget me again. See, this is why you piss me off, Demo.
I would say she counts.
Yeah, she counts.
Absolutely. There's no reason why she wouldn't.
Right. There's no reason. But Kenny, bring up the draft board, sir, please.
You gotta have more authority. You're the judge. You have to do.
I'm a kind, fair judge.
You are not. This is not night court as much as I want it to be.
So Amanda, we'll start with you. What's your first pick, or who's your first pick?
Well, if you don't like Marilyn, you're not gonna like this. But my first pick is Elvis Presley.
Oof.
Starting out rough.
top 1 overall.
Oof. The first pick of the draft. All right.
Oh, and for those, for everybody, I guess. And like I said, at the end, I'm gonna decide who had the best draft.
Are you drafting, Damone?
No, I'm not drafting.
Oh, you're on the thing.
Yeah, I don't know why he put me on there.
I don't know either.
I'm sorry. I just put everybody in there.
I mean, you could have just said it right to him. You didn't have to. I realized he made it.
Yeah. Kenny.
My first pick is Helen of Troy. That's what I'm going with. And I feel like for everybody to go to war over you got to be some kind of looker. What I'm gonna say. So it had to have been good. So I'm gonna go with Helen of Troy for my first pick.
Every list I saw, she was on. Like any list I saw, like attractive historical figures, she was on every single list. So she must have been hot.
Oh yeah, she had to. I tell you, they went to war over her. People died for her.
For real.
Okay, Mike.
Let's go with the Virgin Mary.
Tell me why I almost wrote down Jesus.
He does have that deep V.
Yeah.
Let's go with Barack Obama.
Barack Obama.
They're both historical choices. Those are
Okay, well, you
Those are
stole
unique.
one of mine, you punk.
which
Virgin
one did
Mary?
you steal? Virgin Mary. Why the Virgin Mary?
Why not?
I guess she was good enough. She was good enough for God. She's good
Right.
enough for God.
Hell yeah. I mean, right. He gave the okay, so Joseph doesn't mind. Clearly.
He's a saint.
Kenny.
I'm going with Harriet Tubman because I heard she was thick. And you just gotta be a bad chick to not only escape slavery, to go back and save others, because that was a very selfless thing to do. And that,
Right?
yeah, that's like
Multiple times.
that's personality points.
Multiple
too.
times.
You keep going back. Just like, no, let's save more people. Because you know what? If I escaped, I'm like, well,
Sorry
Y'all,
about you.
y'all can figure it out.
sorry, I got it. Well, say, if I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah. You know her stamina had to be crazy. She's
Yeah.
doing cardio all the time.
She had not quit.
Yeah.
Amanda.
Okay, well, I'm a little bummed that Mike took Barack Obama from me because I planned on taking him last and closing it out. But that's
He
okay.
should have been first overall.
You're probably right. You're probably right. I'm gonna go with John F. Kennedy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Good one. Everyone said he was a looker.
And then you'll get the next
You
one.
get back to back.
And then for the next one, I'm gonna go with Harry Houdini.
Ooh. That's
Okay.
a sleeper. It's a
Right.
sleeper.
I definitely didn't think of Harry Houdini.
Super handsome.
And I love Houdini.
And I love magic, so
He'll make it disappear.
I told this story to Mike. I included you this time, Mike. Mike, Kenny, the rest.
Yeah, this time. Thank you. Thank
You're
you
welcome.
so much for finally including me in one of your stories. Appreciate
You're welcome. You're welcome. I told this story how as a kid I was obsessed with magic and like Harry Houdini. I would go under my blanket and pretend to be buried alive and escape.
that's awesome. I'm convinced since he's a magician, he has to be one of the few men out there that can find the clitoris because he can find and make anything disappear. So I'm here for that.
Yeah, his hands got to do something, be able to find anything. He could get those keys in. He was swallowing keys, so he was able to do. He had that tongue work.
He can saw me in half anytime.
Kenny.
All right, my next one is Princess Diana.
Ooh,
There
that's
you
a
go.
good
That's a
one.
good one.
That's a good one.
Classy.
Yeah, I was about to say classy woman. She was also rebellious, and I like that. She was talking that shit, so I'm also going with her.
Okay, Mike.
All right, let's go with Marilyn Monroe. Let's get this out of the way.
Okay,
Or
she deserves to be on it.
That is, do not slut shame Ken.
Hey, she did what she had to do.
She was Amber Rose, but in the 50s. That's all she was.
No, she was an actress. She has like a
So
ton
was
of
Amber
movie
Rose.
roles. There's like 30 movie roles.
I'm gonna go with Marie Antoinette.
Nice.
Yeah, Marie Antoinette.
Oh, take
That's
that
a
off
neat
my list.
thing.
Hopefully I'm spelling that right.
Yeah.
No. Is it this? Maybe.
It's kind of small. Hold on.
I would tell you if I could see it, but I can't see
I'm
it.
going to zoom in a little bit.
Yeah. Yep, you got it right.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
Okay.
right.
I'll take it.
What made her hotter for me is that as a kid I was obsessed with Kirsten Dunst,
Yep.
and she was
That'll do it.
Antoinette in that movie.
Yep.
That definitely, like, Kirsten Dunst definitely helped develop part of my brain.
Really? Which part?
I think we all know.
Going with Kenny.
Since we're putting nobodies in there like Marilyn Monroe, I'm gonna go with Monica Lewinsky.
Technically,
I
she
mean-
was-
I'll put in the whore too. Put in the whore.
You know she's a sure thing, so
remember? Do you guys remember how she had a reality show for a hot minute? Like
No.
she had, it was a dating show. I'm
I
pretty
remember
sure.
that.
Yeah,
wow.
I think, like they wore a mask or something. I
Did
feel
they
like-
all wear Bill Clinton masks? Because that would be fucking hilarious. Or just president masks in general.
just like Ronald Reagan, Nixon, like the usual ones that everyone wears. That would have been wild. But she had a reality, like a dating reality show for a hot minute. I don't remember what it was called though.
That poor woman.
Yeah, technically she's a victim.
Yeah, I mean, she made some questionable choices, but she was super
True.
young and clearly taken advantage of. So
Yeah. It was Mr. Personality. It lasted one season, and yeah, they wore masks that made them look like, like the masks on this show are like, I don't even know what the hell they were doing with it. Like
I'm
it's
gonna
like
have to Google that.
like a super gray mask.
It had to have been like early 2000s. Also, Damone, look at your phone.
this sounds like Eyes Wide Shut.
Yes, I would say that counts. Amanda.
Okay, we're doing 5, right?
Yep, 5.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
gonna go 5.
My next one is gonna be a young Ernest Hemingway,
Okay.
like pre-alcohol, pre-wife abuser, pre-that shit crazy dude. He was hot and a good writer.
I gotta look him up. I don't remember what he looked like.
Yeah.
And then your second one?
Young Hemingway's Catch.
Oh yeah,
I'm
he's a
gonna-
good looking guy.
I'm gonna take Cleopatra.
Good looking guy.
I had her on mine.
She was on every list I saw. Like
Yeah,
every
she was definitely one I was gonna think about doing, but
yeah,
Well,
There's
everyone-
no way she didn't like it dirty. I'm here for it.
I was gonna say, since you took her, I'm gonna go with Nefertiti.
Mm.
it's a good one. She was on every list I saw too.
So they call her Nefertiti.
this is to close it out, right?
Yeah, let's
Mhm.
close it out.
Betty White.
Yes.
He is ancient. So
Not even. It doesn't even necessarily have to be young Betty White. It could be old Betty White.
Any
Hey,
version of Betty.
Any version of Betty. I actually bought it's not Betty, it's Sophia from the Golden Girls.
I
I
finally
bought,
started watching it.
I bought Funko Pop this weekend of
Nice.
Sophia. I love the Golden Girls.
I finally
Great.
started watching
Me too.
Golden Girls.
You never watched it before?
I never paid attention to it when it was on, and then when I was old enough to choose my TV shows, no, I didn't. But now that I can appreciate sitcoms more, I'm gonna finally watch it.
It's a good one.
After I'm gonna go between that and Night Court. So
Night Court.
Watching Night Court. is
I
so
love
weird.
Night Court. Night Court is 9 fucking seasons. There's a lot of Night Court.
I didn't know there was that many seasons. of
9
Night
seasons
Court.
plus there's they have the
new
new series has they're gonna have at least 2 seasons. They already got renewed for a second season.
yeah, my dad that's his favorite show ever.
It's
I
so
hear-
That was
funny.
a good one. If you really like John Larroquette and you think he's funny, you need to watch the movie Blind Date. It's super old and obscure from the 80s as Bruce Willis. It's like one of his first movies. It's hilarious.
I forgot about like the name. I always knew the name, but for whatever reason, I don't think I've ever actually watched anything with him. So, yeah, I want to watch more with him in there. So I'll definitely check it out.
Blind Date's classic.
So the list. Amanda chose Elvis. Or actually, I'm going to do it like Kenny did it. Or did we do it this
No,
way?
just do it this way. Just
do-
go up and
Just
down.
go- okay. Amanda chose Elvis, JFK, Houdini, Ernest Hemingway, and Cleopatra. Kenny chose Helen of Troy, Harriet Tubman, Princess Diana, Monica Lewinsky, and Nefertiti. Mike chose the Virgin Mary, Barack Obama, Marilyn Monroe, Marie Antoinette, and Betty White. You know who else you could have chosen instead of, you could have chosen Mary Magdalene.
Everybody's been there.
I almost put Eve in there. But you picked Virgin Mary, so I was like, well, I don't want to get too biblical the whole time.
I mean, with Mary, you know that she's your only one, right? Or you're her.
I'm her only one.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
I'm clearly I got 4 other in the backup, so we're all right.
So this is tough. So Amanda, you started off rough with Elvis.
Sorry.
I don't like Elvis.
I know.
You recover that Houdini was a sleeper. Like, of the list, Mary, of the men, it would be Houdini. Of the women to marry, it would be probably Princess Diana or Betty White. So you guys all got a little bit of what I'm looking for here.
Wait, and don't forget about Helen of Troy. Don't forget about her. You know, she.
I noticed Kenny goes specifically for women with power.
There you go. I like women with power.
True.
That's what Kenny goes for. I like to just have a variety.
Because they can rule.
I think
out there. They can rule out there, but in the bedroom, that's for.
I like to believe that my list is a wild bunch. Like get these 5 together, these 5 me together. Who knows what's gonna happen?
See, I feel like Barack is very straight laced.
No. I do. His public persona. Get him. He's a freak in the sheets. You already know it. That door closes.
He has a good sense of humor.
Michelle's one lucky woman.
I'm surprised no one put Michelle on.
I was gonna go Barack and then Michelle, but Virgin Mary came up first, so I had to do it, and clearly I had to get Barack, otherwise he would have been gone.
This is
Do you
tough.
know watch Modern Family?
Oh,
Yeah.
I love Modern Family.
The episode where Phil, you just said about Kenny reminds me where Phil's like, "What can I say? I'm attracted to powerful women." He's like, Condoleezza Rice, Michelle Obama, Serena Williams. He's like, "Oh wait." Love that.
I love that show. I love Phil.
Me too.
I'm gonna give the win to Amanda. Houdini got me.
Really?
I was like, is it
Betty
just
White?
a guess? Like, don't do that. But
Betty White
Over Betty White though.
Houdini was like, what magic is one of my first loves. If I in another chat we were talking about if we could have a special talent.
I'm 1 for 1.
Magic would be my special talent.
I mean, I could replace Elvis with Jackie Robinson if you want, because he was like my 6th pick.
Yeah, we'll say we'll retroactively.
No, we're not retroactively doing nothing. The picks are in. We are locked in. That was 1 overall. You can't change 1 overall.
We're kicking Elvis out of the room.
Joe said I had the best list.
Well, Joe's wrong. I feel like that says everything we need to know.
I feel like Joe knows like Harriet Tubman and maybe Princess Diana on your list. He doesn't know who the rest of those people are.
I will say this: my first 3 are fire, though. That's like
Your
the
first
heat right
3
now.
are fire. Yeah,
That's
I
Dwayne
think
Wade,
Monica
LeBron,
Lewinsky
Chris
was
Bosh.
too easy.
Monica Lewinsky wasn't easy.
But
That was a low hanging fruit. Yeah.
I didn't do my comedy one, but you know, I wouldn't be mad though. If she showed me why she was famous. Sorry,
that is true.
I mean, you know, she likes to do blowjobs in public places, so there's that.
Listen, I like to be in public places, so that's
Yeah, I mean,
Harriet Tubman is an 11. She got ass. That is
okay.
true.
Look, all right, look, Joe.
We're gonna get canceled. We are. This is probably the.
Joe, I'm not. Look, you're gonna get canceled. My next sentence. She was not no damn 11. She looked like Deion Waiters in the face. She looked terrible in the face.
oh,
He's an ass man.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that is Chris Rock.
my husband's an ass man too. I get it.
That's why they invented Doggy.
I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting on those tub dubs. I want the tub dubs to come out.
And
Harriet
Is
Tubman.
that why, or is it just so you guys wouldn't have to look at us?
No, I just well me. I like
Everyone
I like
went
to look,
silent.
I like to look down at that. Like a little ripple effect. Like,
Right.
I don't know how to answer that.
Like she could be anyone. You don't have to see her
It's-
face.
Well, it's not about that. It's not about the face at that point. It's you know who it is.
That's
It's
true.
about everything else that's going on.
unless,
You
they're
don't-
stuck, unless they're stuck in the dryer.
Unless they're stuck in the dryer, then you don't know who it is.
I
Those
feel like
are
there's a
always
story
wild.
there that I might need to hear later. But
No.
it's just a
You don't
category.
know. There's nothing I can do for you.
okay.
What we're gonna do now is we're going to play an ad by our sponsor.
Your body and the bodies you're loving deserve nothing but the best. Organic Lovin' is the only adult subscription box that includes eco-friendly body products, from body-safe adult toys to sex-positive books and erotic seminars. Organic Lovin's online store has everything you and your partner or partners could ever need to heat things up. And right now, your friends at T13 Media want to take 10% off of your next order. Just go to organiclovin.com and use promo code T1, T-H-R-E-E, like the sound the bed makes, when you check out. Organic Lovin'. Love organically, purely, deeply, boldly.
Okay, and we are back. So what we're going to do now is we are going to do a tournament. The way tournaments work here on Not a Real Court is under Travi T rules. So each person will get a certain number, or set me a certain number of things to put into the bracket. We are going to randomize them.
It's no longer Travi T rules.
And they're always going to be called Travi
They're
T
not
rules.
Travi T rules because those are not the Travi T rules.
It's similar. You
How?
want them to be-
Girls,
you
you're
want them-
both pretty.
You want them to be the hi-fi mic rules?
Yeah, that's fine.
It's under hi-fi mic rules.
Ah, fuck you, Travis.
So you each set me a certain number of items to put into the bracket. We're gonna randomize them here in a second. We'll vote. You guys will vote until there's one final winner. I do get one overrule or one veto where I can change a vote. I just can't do it in the finals. That's the only rule. And this week's tournament is going to be the best 90s action movie. So
The best part about how we do it now is I don't remember what I picked.
let's be honest. The way we did it before, you didn't remember.
No, I did before because I knew my cluster. I have no idea now.
So the combatants for this one are True Lies, Air Force One,
Oh, there I am. Not yet. I see where I'm at now.
Face Off, The Rock, Independence Day, Terminator 2,
This is me.
Batman Returns, Blade, The Matrix,
Man, how many did I put in?
Double Team. You sent me 6, but I think
Did I?
one was a dupe. Double Team,
Got it. That works.
Demolition Man, Negotiator, Die Hard with a Vengeance, Tombstone, Universal Soldier, and Judge Dredd. So each of you got 5, and then there was an extra one, so I put the extra one in.
So our choices go up against our own choices.
Nope, I'm gonna
No, we're
random-
gonna shuffle.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm
we're
sorry.
gonna shuffle them. So Mike, sing the official shuffle song.
Every day we shuffle and shuffle and shuffle and shuffle and I'm gonna make an actual audio clip because that way I don't have to sing it anymore.
No, I need you to sing it.
No.
So
You have to add the burr, 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 near, near.
so Terminator 2 versus Universal Soldier. Amanda.
I'm gonna go with Terminator 2.
Kenny.
Yeah, it's Terminator 2. Like Universal Soldier was like pretty much the Dollar Tree version of Terminator 2 anyway. So like it's like I'll put Universal Soldier and I'm just like, damn, it went up against, in my opinion, one of the greatest movies ever. Terminator 2 is probably the coldest sequel ever, and it's probably one of the greatest movies ever. So,
I agree.
I'm pretty well versed in 90s action movies. What the fuck is Universal Soldier?
that's the one with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh,
He
there.
was
All
murdered
right, that
in
you
the
said.
robot.
You said enough.
Do you not like
It's
John Claude?
anyone. No. It's just that when you say it's a generic name like that, and then Jean-Claude Van Damme, I already know the movie. It doesn't matter; they're all the same.
The first one was good. The first one was
doesn't
good.
all good.
And then the second one had Goldberg in it. So if you ever want to see the second one,
Well,
like,
and then Double Team.
oof.
That
That movie was bad.
yes, but it's so bad it's good.
That movie is bad.
And it wasn't until today that I realized Double Team was a sports reference.
Oh wow! I mean, Dennis Rodman started it. Like,
I know, but they didn't write the movie for him.
that was back in the era where if you did like whatever sport you did, you had to do that sport in the movie. Like if The Rock was in the movie, he was hitting the rock bottom.
Oh
If
yeah, I
Jack
think
was
he
in
did
the
that
movie,
Scorpion
jumping on
King.
somebody. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like you got to do it.
Yeah, he does it in the rundown too. He does a rock.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
that
Isn't
was
he-
that was the second movie, right?
Yeah, it was this rundown was like his first where he was.
Do you remember when The Rock only had like 3 movies out?
Yeah, what's the movie where he's in the?
The rundown.
No, not the rundown,
That's what you even say it. The rundown.
the casino. Where like
Walking tall.
Walking Tall. Yeah, he does a rock.
Walking Tall was good.
Wait, which one's Rundown? And which one's
Rundown-
Walking
that's
Tall?
when
I
he
know
was-
which.
Rundowns with Sean William Scott, and that's when
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that one's really good. Walking Tall's the one with the creepy
I-
albino guy
yes.
from Desperate Housewives.
I knew
Yeah.
that.
That was back when he only had 5 movies. It was those movies. Then he had Be Cool, and he had yeah, and Scorpion King.
in the game plan.
I think that was later though, wasn't it? Because I thought that was all he had for a little minute. And
Yeah, the
then,
game plan.
he
My
had, like,
kid loves
Doom.
that movie.
And then he had
I-
Doom, and then he had like some other movies like.
Did y'all see him at the Oscars last night? He looked like he was ready to
No.
take Peaches and Cream Barbie to the prom.
No.
I thought he looked good though. It's like satin peach tux with black
Is-
pants and a black.
is-
He looked good.
When is The Rock considered a historical figure, Damone?
I don't know if he ever will. If he
You
becomes.
think? I think he's a
I think in
historical figure. I
wrestling he
think.
will
I
be.
think if we're counting Marilyn Monroe, we need to be counting The Rock
Oh,
as a historical.
he did more. he did.
He
more.
definitely did more to the movies and did
did
more in general.
He did more
He-
movies.
he's
but
done-
He's also done a
movies,
lot of Make-A-Wish.
And he's
I
got,
would say to wrestling, not to movies. I feel like he'd be more historical for wrestling.
I
but he
think
has done, like, a
overall
million
his
movies.
career. I mean,
He's not the best wrestler turned actor, but he's been in a million movies.
no, because Batista's a better actor.
There you go. I agree with you on that.
Batista's
Dude.
1,000. Batista is 1,000% a better actor. I just watched was it Knock at the Cabin,
I
the
gotta see
movie.
that. I gotta see that.
He's so fucking good. Like I'm just watching. I'm like, damn.
Batista,
Like
I think
he's
Batista and John
he's an
Cena are better.
actor. The Rock is The Rock in a movie.
John Cena is not a good actor.
He's better
Oh
than
my
The Rock.
God.
He's better than The Rock.
No, John Cena's better than The Rock. 1,000% better than The
come
Rock.
on.
Peacemaker is better than anything
Yes.
The Rock ever did.
Absolutely. John Cena could do things. John Cena can do things.
John Cena's
John
funny,
John
though.
Cena could be funny. John
What
Cena
movie
can
where
he
he's
could
in
be
the movie theater and he's like,
he did
I will come back there and what do you say?
He was really funny in Blockers.
I think wasn't that one.
he did that movie Legendary, which was a WWE movie, but like produced
I've never seen
movie,
that
but it was a serious movie and he was pretty decent in it. And that was early in his career. I have it on DVD because I got it from like a sale.
So, Mike, I'm assuming you're voting.
Oh yeah, we're going tournament. I don't know what Universal Soldier is. I forget.
Check it out. Check
It's
it out.
good.
It is
Like it's a John Claude Van Damme movie. I get it.
John Claude and Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, it's Face Off with Dolph Lundgren.
He was
Low-key. It is low-key.
The
That's good, though.
Matrix versus Judge Dredd. Mike.
Actually, I take it back. It's not Terminator. It's RoboCop. It's pretty much RoboCop.
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, I get it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a '90s movie with John Claude Van Damme. Like that's it. I'm going Matrix. That's easy. That's
Yeah, this is
Honestly, Judge Dredd is okay. Have you watched Judge Dredd lately? Have you
Yeah.
been able
I
to
watched
have you
it
been able
for
to
like
sit
2 years.
through Judge
Judge Dredd
Dredd
is a bad
lately?
movie.
It's
It's a
in the
bad
last
movie.
2 years.
The remake's not good. The original's not good. The character is fun, But it's so fucking. I would watch it. All right, I would watch it in a mini series, but I don't want to sit here and watch it as a movie. Like I'll break it up in 3 different parts because I'm not gonna sit through it.
It's very
Rest alone.
90s. It's very 90s.
It's 90s, but it's not even just 90s. It's like post modern 90s pre 95.
It's that 90s where they were trying to be the future and they don't.
Yes,
know the future
that's
is yet.
exactly what I'm trying to say.
And it's
The
just,
90s with dark
and then
color.
Rocky's acting in it. He was, it's like,
I am the wall.
I am the law. And his mouth is. I'm like, ooh.
And it's just it's so convoluted. The plot.
It's a
I
bad
love
movie.
that
It's a
movie.
It's
bad movie.
not. Yeah, fuck that movie. Fuck Judge Dredd. I'm gonna say it.
Tell us how you really feel.
I'm
Mike-
sure I'm gonna watch it. But like, yeah, it's kind of good.
It is. It's not a great movie.
No, it's not.
It's a great action movie.
It's a bad movie, and I'll watch it because it's a bad movie. But I'm not gonna sit through it.
I'm not gonna slander Judge.
Fuck you. Contempt in court. Put me in jail.
Order in the court.
This is bad because we had 2 great movies go up against some like semi like bad movies.
Yeah.
Kenny.
The next one looks the
Yeah,
same.
It's Matrix by a long shot.
Amanda.
Definitely the Matrix.
I want to veto this, but I'm not going to.
That would be wild if you did that. That would be wild.
I love Judge Dredd. I love Sylvester.
That would be such a waste of a veto because it's
It
losing
would be a
Terminator
waste.
2. Period.
Yeah, I know. So Double Team versus True Lies, Amanda.
I have never heard or seen Double Team, never heard of it, and True Lies is amazing.
Are you
so-
serious?
Yeah, sorry. I'm writing it
That's
down. I'll
bullshit.
check it out. But
It's terrible.
It sounds
No,
like
it's
porno.
terrible in the best way. It has
It-
fucking Dennis Rodman and Jean-Claude Van Damme.
So it's not
Listen,
a porno.
listen.
Okay.
If you like Double Team,
Oh no, it's so the
if you like
plot.
Double Team, Universal would be an Oscar-winning movie compared to
Yeah.
that.
No. It's a bad movie. It is a terrible movie, but I fucking love it.
I
how
feel that
feel
way
about
about Nothing
Judge
But
Dredd.
Trouble, so I get your passion. But
Oh,
True
yeah.
Lies
I
is
don't know what
fantastic.
that
Come
is.
on.
Kenny.
I had to look up Nothing But Trouble real quick. I've never
Nothing
seen
but
it.
trouble. Hell yes.
I've
Yeah.
never seen that movie. I got to check it out.
That
Yeah, you
movie.
should.
But I just hate Chevy Chase though. I can't.
That
stand
movie haunted me as a fucking child.
It's scary for
Oh,
kids.
It haunted me. I should not have watched that as a fucking 3-year-old.
No.
It's a terrible movie. You're not gonna like it, Kenny.
I'm gonna watch it
I'm
again
looking
as
at
an
the pictures
adult.
like, yuck.
You're not
I
gonna like
remember it so
Hey, but you get
vividly.
Digital Underground at the end,
Yeah, I
singing
saw.
for all them. That's
Yeah,
pretty
I
cool.
was wondering why I saw Tupac in there. I said, "What is this?" I saw Chevy Chase and Tupac.
It's such a great cast.
They were just throwing people in that movie.
Yeah.
They were.
It's such an amazing because they get
Yeah.
yes
Yes. I saw
Is it
Dan
really-
Aykroyd. I seen
It's
Demi Moore,
ridiculous.
Yes.
It's totally
John
ridiculous.
Candy,
but
Tupac.
What more do you need? Just know it's not a fun it's a bad movie. Again, but it's such a great movie.
And I
That's
saw
what you got to
Humpty
keep in
Hump
mind.
there. I was like, "What is going on?"
Yeah, they used all the money on the casting and none on the writing.
That is
Yeah.
wild.
They had great prosthetics though.
Oh, yeah, Dan
Fantastic
Aykroyd was
makeup.
scary.
Is it universally like a bad movie?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But it's
okay.
also it's a cult classic.
It has a cult following.
It's
yeah.
it's a cult. Yeah.
It's a 12% on Rotten Tomato, and I think
Fuck
that
Rotten
went up.
Tomatoes.
I think that increased recently because of shout out to them last podcast.
Yeah.
They talk about it all the time, and I think they're the reason it got over 10%.
They're the reason that I remembered it because I finally got to wipe it from my memory and they brought it back up.
It's
Yeah,
on,
it's
it's on
terrible.
HBO Max right now, so I'm gonna go check it out. And I
Please tell me
I've
if
been
you
wanting to
like
do.
it.
Like,
I need to know.
I'm gonna check it out because I want to do a series where I watch like bad movies on purpose and give my take on it. It's like I do Hood Me review too.
Nothing
wanna
but
do
Trouble
a
is a
bad
good
movie.
one to do that with.
Yeah.
If you ever listen to me on Mass Debaters, our motto is "fuck Rotten Tomatoes" because they get it wrong all the time. So
I agree, but it deserves that 12%.
it really does.
That might be on the high end. Kenny, Double Team or True Lies?
I'm going with True Lies. I think Double Team was terrible, first off, but True Lies is a really good movie, and it had a nice This is the one time I thought, what's her name, Jamie Lee Curtis looked good, and she was like doing that like seductive dance for Arnold Schwarzenegger.
She did. She looked really.
I was
good.
like, okay, I see you. But yeah, that's.
What about Trading Places? You get to see her boobs.
I know, but I don't know. It wasn't the same, even though it was just out, and now it didn't look as good when he was in the bra.
Mike.
They were motorboat.
I would have went with Double Team because
she had the 80s
it's
home titties.
Such a good bad movie.
Demolition Man versus Tombstone, Mike.
This is fire. I don't care.
Demolition Man.
Kenny.
This is a good one because Tombstone was just a great movie, just a great movie. But then Demolition Man it's a great comedy. It's a great comedy, and I'm still trying to figure out what they do with the seashells.
You scoop the dingleberries and then you wipe.
Wipe with what?
Shell. With the sauce end. With the.
Ow.
I don't know. Because
there's a diagram. I'll have to find it and send it to you.
You can miss me with that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'll just cuss like he did and let the paper come out and just wipe with that instead.
It's really I made the diagram myself.
Yeah, I was gonna say I never heard that. Everybody's still figuring out on the interwebs. I'm gonna go with Demolition Man. I will put that movie in before I put in Tombstone. That's the only thing I'm going with on that one.
Okay, Amanda.
I think Tombstone's a fantastic movie. I really, really love it. I don't consider it an action movie as much as I do Demolition Man. So I'm going to go with Demolition Man.
Okay.
I agree. Just a good old Western.
This is a good one. Blade versus
Homer Huckleberry.
Yep.
Amanda.
Face Off, for sure. Love that movie.
Kenny.
I'm going Blade. I think Face Off is Nicolas Cage always goes 110% no matter what role he's in. And it's funny because this movie, the reason I love this movie, Face Off, so much is because John Travolta is an overactor to me. And then Nicolas Cage overacts as well. So these two trying to overact, trying to be each other is
and trying to be each other, yeah.
It's wild.
That's why I love it.
Yeah, it's a fun movie, but I gotta go with Blade. I think Blade has some of the wildest catchphrases ever that I still quote to this day. He's when he's literally the one vampire, he does not kill the entire movie. He just keeps going on, just killing people. He just keeps letting them live, and then he just kills them in like 2 seconds later on the movie. I was like, why did you keep him alive all this time? I never understood that. It pissed me off. And the line he said, some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill. And to this day, I don't know what the fuck that means, but I love it.
It means you're taking the difficult path instead of the easy path.
I don't know. It was just a wild thing to say.
You're learning the hard way.
Right, because imagine trying to ice skate uphill. That sounds super fucking difficult.
Right, you're not getting anywhere.
That phrase was invented for teenagers. If you have kids, you know.
Mike.
I'm gonna go with Blade.
Damn it!
Let's go.
So
Blade had a really good video game on the Xbox. Maybe it was Blade 2, but
what does that have to
it
do
was
with it?
Good game. It was, Xbox. Here's the thing about Xbox, right? Like, when it came to like licensed games, like there were some pretty decent ones. Like the Buffy games were pretty good. Blade game was good. The Matrix game was good.
Yes.
Like there were decent licensed video games.
What does that have to do with the price of tea in China?
That's why I was weak, because it's like the game was good.
Mike's logic is random.
We're not voting on video games, Mike.
Look, I'm looking at legacy, staying power.
Batman Returns versus Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Oh fuck!
Mike.
I love both these movies. This is hard. This is absolutely the hardest thing I've ever had to choose. Fuck. Somebody's else has got to go.
That's what she said.
I can't go first.
So who's going?
You.
I'm
Oh,
going.
are you allowed to just not pick?
I can't do
we'll
it.
come back to him.
You're coming back to me. I can't do it.
I'm gonna go with Die Hard with a Vengeance. When they had that sign on them, it's probably a legendary scene. And it's just a great movie. Like Samuel Jackson, I will say, because we argued about it was like a bunch of actors. It's like you had to remove them and all their works. They were like Samuel Jackson. I was like, you're tripping. That means every movie's gone. He's in everything.
He's
Like,
the best part of that movie.
Right.
Die Hard with a Vengeance is the best Die Hard movie.
It is.
I agree.
1,000% the best. It was the first one I ever saw, and I didn't realize there was a different Die Hard until I saw Die Hard 2 because I was really
Die Hard 2
confused.
is shit.
Well, you know, I only had Die Hard in the house I grew up in the 90s. We obviously had VHSs. We had Die Hard with a Vengeance, and we had Die Hard 2. I didn't have access to Die Hard 1. I didn't see that until I was an adult.
It's okay, Die Hard
It is
1.
not
Die Hard 1
with
is
a Vengeance.
okay.
Hans Gruber falls off Nakatomi Plaza.
Die Hard 1 is good. Die Hard with a Vengeance is the best Die Hard.
It is.
Live Free and Die Hard was pretty good too.
I forgot that existed.
Timothy
My
Olyphant
memory
is-
stopped at 2.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, they made a bunch of them.
You know,
And
this is
wasn't-
technically the third one.
Yeah. Well, my memory stopped at Die Hard with the Vengeance. Again, in my mind, Die Hard with the Vengeance was supposed to come before 2, because for the longest time I didn't realize there's a different Die Hard.
Which
That's the
kind of
first one.
doesn't make sense because part of the plot of Die Hard with a Vengeance is his brother being thrown off the building.
Right?
I was a child. Do you think that really that didn't?
Didn't care.
I watched that movie a bazillion times.
And
I
never
couldn't
put
tell
two and
you.
two together.
Right. I wouldn't have realized it because again,
You had no reference point.
right.
Makes
It was what it was. That was just part of the movie.
All right.
Amanda.
Well, Mike, you're gonna be upset. Sorry about you, but I'm going with Batman Returns. This is an
I was
unpopular
going to tell you to do that
opinion.
anyway.
Which one's Batman Returns? I can't remember which one that is.
Unpopular
That's Batman.
opinion.
That's Batman Return. I mean, it's Batman Returns. So
It's
Like, who was in it?
Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey as the Riddler. That's all you need to know. Jim Carrey is a
No, that's not
fantastic
that one.
Riddler.
it's not that
Yes,
one.
it is.
No.
Oh no, that's Batman
Nah,
Forever.
Returns is
Returns is the
with
Penguin.
Catwoman and Penguin.
Oh,
Danny
no, I
DeVito?
didn't like that one. I didn't
Danny
like
DeVito, Chris Walken,
I didn't like
Okay,
that.
fucking.
I apologize. I'm changing my vote. I was thinking Batman Forever.
Yeah, I don't like
Batman
that.
Forever is way worse than Batman Returns. Are you
No.
kidding me? That is
No.
fucking bat nipples.
I don't
Okay.
like Batman Returns.
Besides the nipple, Batman Forever is the epitome of comic book Batman. Like first Batman and that one and all the movies. If you want a comic book shticky Batman movie, those are your movies. If you want
Yeah.
a serious movie, let's go to Dark Knight series, like whatever. But Batman Forever is deliciously good, and I love it.
No,
I do like
Yes.
Batman Forever.
it's so
And
bad.
Jim Carrey killed it. And
I'm
then,
going with Batman
So bad
Returns
it's
because now
good.
it doesn't matter. It's. I love Batman. I have a Batman. My first tattoo is Batman. It's in the worst place in the world.
Oh, but we've all seen
I
that.
have Batman everywhere.
Whether we wanted
Those
to or
movies are
not.
terrible.
I also think Lego Batman is a top 5 Batman, so maybe I'm not
Oh,
the
Lego
best judge.
Batman is fire.
Yeah.
Lego Batman is fire. I like Lego Batman. Independence Day versus Air Force One.
Not fair.
Amanda.
No, because they're both mine. That's not fair.
The randomizer.
And this sucks because these both are like the epitome of 90s action movies. But I'm going to go with Independence Day. It's the only movie I've ever clapped for in the theater.
Kenny.
I have a hot take. I hate Independence Day. I
Ooh.
absolutely hate that movie. I really do.
Wow.
I'm going Air Force One. I don't
I'm
know. I
not
think-
surprised. I am not surprised at that whatsoever. I don't know if
Do you
thought I
hate
was
Will
gonna be
Smith?
surprised.
Is that what it is? Or
You said what?
do you hate Will Smith? Is that
No,
what
I
it
love
is?
Will
Okay.
Will Smith is my GOAT actor. Like that's the greatest actor ever.
Why do you hate Independence Day?
I do not like this. I think the best parts are the scenes he's in, and he's not in there long. Like he's only in there for like maybe 10 minutes of the movie.
What
But
does that smell?
I don't like this movie. I really don't. I don't. It's
Wow.
like that movie. It's like that movie and Pulp Fiction are two movies people love, and I do not understand why people love those two movies. I will never understand.
Pulp Fiction, I get. That's a
Pulp Fiction's good. No,
Pulp Fiction is a
so
you
good.
either like it or you don't, and I get that. But Independence Day, I'm having a hard time.
I just can't. I can't.
Okay.
I don't know.
Alright.
I don't like. I don't like the fact they used '90s floppy disk viruses
the
to
90s.
beat the aliens. I don't like that. I don't know. I
That,
don't
no, that
like
sounds right. That tracks with the 90s.
I mean,
That's
Bill
what they
Pullman
thought-
was the president. You know, it's already unrealistic. Like,
Mike,
rest in peace.
tiebreaker.
Oh, I'm gonna go with Independence Day.
Okay.
And I like the.
I
do
love
like,
Will Smith.
I like the gay dude too with the real raspy voice. I like him in everything he's in though.
Oh yeah, I love him.
So
I mean,
the
Jeff
Rock.
Goldblum. Come on.
So the Rock versus the
Exactly.
Negotiator. Mike.
I've never seen either of these.
Rock.
Yeah,
I
that's
know
what
The Rock though, so I'm gonna go with The Rock.
Okay.
I've never
Mike,
seen either.
That is
Penny?
upsetting.
I've never seen either movie. I as time gets away from the 90s, the less I watch. Unless
You should
I'm
definitely-
seeking
you
it
definitely
out.
watch this one. Definitely watch those two.
I'm sure
Penny?
I've seen at least one of them. I just don't remember.
I'm gonna go with the Negotiator. I think this is probably one.
Ugh.
This is a top 3 Samuel Jackson movie to me because the fact that he's a negotiator and literally he is pinned for he's like framed for a murder and he has to get the other negotiator to. He's like, listen to me. I'm trying to tell you what's going on. You got to do these rules. It was just a good movie. It's just
It's
it's
a great
far.
movie.
So yeah, I'm going
I'm
Negotiator.
surprised you haven't seen The Rock. Isn't that Nicolas Cage?
It is Nicolas Cage, Sean
It's Sean
Connery, Ed. What's his last name?
I knew you talk about. I can't think his last name either.
No, Norton? No.
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 He's the older bald guy, and he's always a war general. He's always playing. In the
Yeah,
army.
he's always some kind of war guy. Ed Harris.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
okay.
his name.
Yeah. Amanda, you're a tiebreaker.
Man, I don't know because The Rock was my pick and I love that movie so much. But you're right about The Negotiator. And as problematic as he is now, Kevin Spacey was one of my favorite actors. And
Kevin Spacey's a cold actor.
yeah.
He's also a piece of shit. I'm so.
Oh,
mad.
yeah.
He is, but
He's a
is,
complete
it's just
piece of
like-
shit. But
he is, but it's like
You know, I was really waiting for House of Cards to end so I can go see it. You know, I can finally watch it and binge it all, and then that happened. I'm like, well,
can't watch that.
can't watch
I
that
don't know.
now.
House of Cards is still good. It's
I am
fucking
not watching
cutthroat,
it.
But,
Can't tumbling
I
down.
if I skip Benoit matches, I'm skipping. I'm not watching House of Cards.
damn it. I am going to go with The Rock only because I think it has more action, whereas The Negotiator I think has more drama. But
Yeah, it's
dude,
definitely more-
like you got to watch both of these movies. They're so good.
yeah.
I just
Alright.
thought of a movie. Is Speed the 90s?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
How come no one put Speed in?
I almost did.
I will say that's another one. That's another hot take I have. Keanu Reeves is the worst actor, but he's in the greatest movies ever.
No,
That's the
he's a
thing with
great
him.
actor. He is a
He's-
fantastic actor.
He is a terrible actor.
No,
but
he is-
he's in
he is-
great
You are
movies.
so
Such a
wrong.
good
You could not be
person.
more wrong if you tried.
I just
Yeah,
can't do
you
it.
can't-
He's just like
He is
every time
such
he's
an
like
amazing dude.
Morpheus.
No,
Like,
he's not even like
I'm
that.
the
That's not
one.
even how. That's not even how he
He
is in the
talks
Matrix.
everything.
You're taking his Bill and Ted and Point
talks
Blank
like that
and the stuff
everything.
from the early part of his career, and then putting on the Matrix. But he wasn't even like that in the Matrix.
And
He
he's
was.
fired
He
from
did it. He did it in the replacements. He was like, guys, it's an
I
honor
know,
Right,
to be
because
on
the
battlefield with
replacement
you
was
guys."
still early in his. Ooh, the
I love
replacement
The
was still
Replacement.
early in his career when yes, he was still doing that because he
He
was
was
still because
John
they were
Wick, come on,
casting
bro.
him. They were casting him as a
was
version they
John
saw in Bill and Ted, so they kept putting him in that role, and that's why a lot of his early roles were like that. But it wasn't
He still
until the
talks like
Matrix, the Matrix happened.
Speed is amazing, and he's amazing in it. And you're insane. I'm
I
sorry.
just-
you're
Mike, did he
crazy.
not say? Mike, did he not say? I need guns, lots of guns. Did he not say it like
Not
that?
in
He
Speed.
talks like that
No.
every day.
He does. You know what? He's
Even in
a
John
good
Wick,
actor.
when they had him like tied up,
He's a good actor, but he is a bad actor.
he said, he said,
He's just
I
a
can't even
really
get it
good
out.
person.
He literally was like, he literally was like, hey, people keep asking me if I'm back. And I feel like I'm back. I was like, this is awful.
Why?
The movie was
Why?
great until he talked.
That's
know
not
what?
his
The
fault.
entire
That's
movie.
terrible writing.
What
Keanu Reeves, he can't act.
Kenny's impression of Keanu Reeves is Kel Mitchell's Ed from Good Burger.
He's a bit.
We're all dudes.
But that's how he talks, though. He literally does that.
One other hot take: I hate the Matrix movies, and I still love Keanu. So
I love Keanu Reeves. I like the first Matrix, and I haven't watched the other ones. Or
I like the
I've watched the other ones, but I can't.
I like Keanu
I
Reeves.
can
just think
get-
he's a
they're all the
terrible
same
actor.
movie.
I can get through the first one, but I can't get through the second one again to finish the series. And I really want to see the new one. I just
Which
can't
one?
get that far.
What
I heard
movie?
it was awful.
The
Everybody
Matrix,
said it was
the
awful.
second Matrix.
Oh, it was bad. The last Matrix was bad.
I still want to see it. I still
awful.
have questions that I need answered.
I like the first Matrix. Love the first Matrix. I love one fight in the second Matrix.
I've
And
fallen
then the
asleep
third
every
Matrix
time.
was not good.
Every
The
single
fight
time.
after, the fight
The
after he
Matrix
like,
puts me asleep.
the fight after he meets the Oracle in the second one, and he fights all of the Mr. Andersons. That fight is
Mr.
fire.
Anderson.
That
It-
fight is fire.
Even the last fight in the third one when he was fighting in the rain, that was fire too.
Yeah,
Enter the
I
Matrix.
do love that the Oracle is a tiny little Asian lady. Like that does make me happy. I love her.
And Enter the Matrix was a fantastic video game, and it should go down as one of the best video games of all time. And I will
That's
not.
literally how Mike.
I'm
knows
serious.
the movie's
It was
good.
a
He
great
rates
video
them on
game.
the video
Also,
game.
the Animatrix is really cool.
He's like The Thing. Now, The Thing was a great movie. 'Cause the video
I
game-
really
Thing
have.
was a
I
great
really want to
movie.
play the. I need to get a new PS3 so eventually so I can mod it so I can play the Thing video game.
PS3, they're on 5 now, bro.
No, I know, but you can't buy a PS5 and mod it. We can't do this on air because FBI is gonna be knocking down my door.
I don't want to be forced to testify against you in a court of law. So
Terminator 2 versus the Matrix.
He's gonna bring up
All
video
modding
games.
is for educational purposes and personal use only. Did you say that?
piracy is not a victimless crime, Mike.
I'm not. There's no piracy going on.
Amanda, Terminator 2 or the Matrix?
Terminator 2.
Kenny,
It's Terminator 2.
Mike.
It's the Matrix. No,
That was a
It's not.
Matrix was fire, but Terminator 2 was fire.
the Matrix one is a great movie.
It is.
Not
True
better than
Lies
Terminator 2.
versus Demolition Man.
Demolition Man. It's
Mike.
Demolition Man. Just put me down for Demolition Man.
Kenny,
I was watching Demolition.
I'm going Demolition Man as well. I think Demolition Man is more of an action movie than True Lies is. But
But Jamie Lee Curtis is hanging from a helicopter.
The
yeah, but he blew up every building in Demolition
Okay.
Man. Like
The best
like,
part.
Wesley Snipes blew up everything, and then and they had the worst one-liners ever in this movie. In Demolition Man, he literally threw a TV at him and said, "You're on TV."
that's great.
Welcome to prime time, bitch.
Sylvester Stallone had the worst one-liners ever, but they always hit for some reason.
Amanda,
It doesn't matter, but I was gonna vote for True Lies. So
I will say this: if you're ever drinking, there's a scene where him and what's his name? His name's Sydney in the movie.
yeah, I think it's Sydney.
So like between him and Wesley Snipes, they're fighting, and literally they're throwing one-liners back and forth. So I'm saying, take a shot for every one-liner they say. You will die.
yeah.
There's so many.
Kenny, you take a shot for every one liner they say. I'd like to see that.
Oh yeah, I'll just be dead. That's gonna be it.
2 shots in, he's dead.
Yeah, he's the tolerance is gonna be low.
Blade versus Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Mm.
This is
Amanda,
tough.
Oof. I'm gonna go Die Hard
okay.
with a vengeance.
But Okay, Kenny.
I'm gonna go with Blade. I like when the cops are shooting at him. He's like, "Motherfucker, are you blind?" Blade is. I love Blade.
Die Hard.
Mike.
I'm going with Die Hard with a Vengeance, but
No, my fault. He said, "Motherfucker, are you out your mind?" That's what he yelled at.
Independence Day versus The Rock. Mike.
I really like Wesley Snipes in Major League. I just need to point that out.
Yes.
I love Major League. I wish that was an action movie.
I hit like Maze and I run like Hayes. You may run like Hayes, but you hit like shit.
I wish that was that.
I love that movie so much.
Me too.
It's the only thing about baseball I like. The Independence Day.
Oh, man.
I just realized I misspelled Independence, but I'm not gonna fix
That's
it.
fine.
We know what you
Kenny.
meant.
It's on me.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with The Rock.
Damn it.
Amanda.
Why y'all making me choose between me and me again?
That means me and me went to the second round at least.
That's true. I gotta go with Independence Day,
Okay.
which means it's gonna lose in the next round, but whatever.
It might not.
So is it that wrong?
Oh, it will.
Terminator 2 versus Demolition Man. Amanda.
Terminator 2.
Kenny.
It sucks, but I'm going to Terminator 2.
It's definitely Terminator 2.
I love Demolition Man, but yeah, Terminator 2 is killing that
The
movie.
best thing about
Yeah.
Demolition Man is when the band Say Anything talked about it in a song.
No, the best thing is the fast food wars of, was it 96 or whatever that shit was. It's a Taco Bell won the fast food wars.
That was amazing.
Die Hard with a Vengeance versus Independence Day.
To a fan
Mike.
that likes my band. Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Kenny.
Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Boo!
It's not even close.
I tried to give it some hope. I was like,
It's not even
Independence Day is way
Come on.
better. Come on, y'all.
Die Hard with a Vengeance is so fucking good.
And I've used that the riddle. Like I've used those riddles before, like because like as a manager, like when I'm doing like contests or stuff, I've used those riddles before. Like the water bottle one, and what was the other one? Those
haven't
something the
seen it
Sam
so
one. Like the one has really no answer.
don't
Like, I
remember.
looked it up and it has like no actual answer.
They just made up some shit.
Yeah, but it's the way you word it changes what the answer would be. So the way you say it, like the phrasing of it. So Terminator 2 versus Die Hard with a Vengeance is the finals. Amanda.
Terminator 2.
Hey. Mike.
Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Mm.
So Kenny, it comes down to you.
Come with me if you want to live. I'm going with Terminator 2.
Yes.
Get to the chopper.
So
I had such a crush on Edward Furlong in the 90s, and I was just like, ugh, this movie is so good. He's so cute. I'm a lot older than you guys.
So what's the matter with Wolfie?
Terminator 2 is considered like the greatest action movie by a lot of people, so I think we
It is.
made the right choice here. I'm happy Die Hard with a Vengeance got as far as it did, because if it lost earlier, that was gonna be my veto. I was ready to pull that veto out for Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Really? You think Independence Day isn't better? Man.
No, it's definitely not.
I've
right.
I've watched Independence Day maybe twice. I've watched Die Hard with a Vengeance multiple times. It could be in the middle of the movie. If I see it on, I'm stopping and doing it, and I'm watching Die Hard with a Vengeance.
That's about half of this list.
Men is Black is better than Independence Day.
I agree.
Oh no, fucking
Men in
way.
Black,
Come
Men in
on.
Black is better than Independence Day.
No.
And I think Wild Wild West gets a bad rap.
Let's
I
go.
love
Hey,
Wild Wild West.
Mike, I love that
Wild
movie.
Wild West was so good, and everybody shits on it. I'm like, why?
No,
What's
that movie's
wrong with it?
amazing.
The storyline is pretty bad.
It's
No,
Will
what's
Smith
wrong
and
with it?
Kevin
It
Kline.
makes sense.
But here's
Kevin
the-
fucking Klein, come on.
He was
It's
really
so
handicapped.
good.
He was stomping on. He said, "I'm going to stomp my feet in the Mississippi mud." Like that is racist, sir.
I think it's the spider wheelchair that made everybody.
I
That's
love it
fair.
so much.
As a
It's so
kid,
good.
I think Burger King had the toys, and I had that toy.
Yes.
The toy, and I was
Yep.
like,
I had like 3 different pairs of sunglasses. I remember I lost one of them, and I was so upset.
I love Wild Wild West.
I had anxiety growing up because I thought one day I was going to be in one of them neck machines. I was like, I'm going to be in one of those. I got to find a way out of it.
Terminator 2
That's
gave
also
me
a funny
anxiety.
scene.
The,
Oh, I
the
can see that.
The bad guy that can turn to metal and like melt himself, and then he could turn his arm into like a sword and just stab you through the throat.
Yeah,
I was
that
like,
The
movie-
problem,
it's terrifying.
That movie had the best, like, even to this day, I think it has one of the scenes that, like, I think it still, like, holds up. The scene where Arnold Schwarzenegger throws him against the wall, and he, like, goes face first to the wall, and his body, like, changes so where his face, I don't know how to explain it, but he goes, like, bah, and then, like, he turns around real quick. But it's, like, literally, it's, like, I don't know. You got to go back and watch it. It's crazy how it's
Yeah,
done.
it's a great.
that
Great
actor, after that I could not see as anything
Same.
but
He scares the shit out of me.
the T-2000 or whatever he is.
Remember he was in the Marine, and they did a little callback to it?
Yeah.
When he was chasing John Cena, he said, "This
No.
guy's like the Terminator," and he's looking up at the rearview mirror. He goes,
I think I own 3 of the Marine movies, but I've never watched them.
"Oof, I've only seen the first one. I refuse."
But I have the
Like-
ones with the Miz.
When the mom's on the phone and his arm just turns into a sword and stabs through the carton of milk and into her face or her neck or whatever, I'm like, oh my god.
That's what I was
I
told
got-
earlier. I was like, "What's the matter with Wolfie?"
I've got the
Oh.
Marine 3 and I got the Marine 4, both on Blu-ray. I've never opened them.
yeah,
I would say they're a collector, but they're.
I have a lot of Blu-rays that I bought and I just never opened. Like American History X, I have it. I've never opened it. I've seen that
I've
movie a
never seen that
bazillion
movie all the
times.
way through.
Oof.
I've always seen I've seen
I
most of it.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie. It's messed up.
It's fucking hard to
If
watch, but
it-
it is fun to watch.
Yeah. I've
It's
seen, I've seen
great.
most
If
of
you
it.
want a movie with great acting, that's a movie.
Edward
Norton.
Norton's a phenomenal actor.
That yes.
He just doesn't do a lot of roles. Like,
He
he's
got
very-
nominated for an Oscar for his very first role. Like,
yeah, he's
That was
just very
amazing.
he's just very selective
It's
on what
the-
he does.
The whole cast is fantastic. Like everybody in that cast, they picked it's just so good.
I have nightmares about curb stomping, though.
Oh yeah, that curve stomp was
Oh,
vicious.
yeah,
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
And the rape scene was vicious too. Like when he was in
Yeah.
the shower, that was wild too.
Yeah, yeah, it's fucked
Yeah.
up.
it's a messed up movie.
It is a messed up movie. It's not my recommendation though.
Speaking of recommendations, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do recommendations where the cast recommends something. It could be a movie, a book. It could be just to exercise, to breathe, drink water. It could be whatever you want, except for your own stuff, because we're gonna do that right after. So Amanda, we'll start with you. What would you like to recommend to the viewers and listeners?
Well, I guess I'm going to recommend a book. Well, I'll get to it, but I'm going to recommend if you like horror, especially if you're scared of dolls or clowns or anything. Like if Chucky scared you, Annabelle scared you, whatever, this book's going to scare you and you'll like it. It is called How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. It's a fairly new book, and it is about scary, creepy dolls that come to life and kill you. And it was a really good, fast read, and it's terrifying.
Mike.
All right. Well, I've got 2. You're
Okay.
getting 2 this week.
You
All right.
usually
First,
give us two.
one is an entertainment. One is a life advice. The life advice is get a microgel bed pillow. It's like $16 at Target. It's the best pillow I've ever slept on. It's an all positions pillow, so like you can sleep on your back or your side, and it's not like I don't know. It doesn't go flat. It's fantastic. So that also the Scream franchise. Watch the Scream franchise.
I haven't
Yeah,
watched.
my
I
favorite.
gotta finish that. I gotta finish
I'm gonna go see Scream 6 on my birthday.
I haven't watched since Scream 4. Scream 4 was the last one I saw.
Oh, Scream 5 is fantastic. I love
Really?
I love every single Scream movie.
I adore
Period.
Scream, but the last one was kind of
Oh,
like.
I haven't seen 6 yet, but
haven't either.
I love 5. I have opinions on 5 of the people of deaths, but outside of that, I loved it.
3's my favorite.
It's just so meta. It's just so meta.
I
The
heard
fact that Scream 5 is Scream 1. And
I heard
Scream
Scream
6 is 2.
6 was just as good as the first one's what they're saying. They've been saying it's like just it's right there with
That's
that.
what I've heard
Yeah.
too. That the cold open is like as good as the first one.
Scream 4 had a great cold open. That multiple
I've only seen the
Yes.
first 3.
stab ending
Yeah.
opening.
I gotta watch
love
the last
that.
3. I've only seen the first 3.
Kristen Bell stabs that girl in the stomach. She's like,
Yeah.
did that surprise you?
It surprised me.
Kenny.
I recommend this movie I almost put in there, but then I was like, they probably don't know about this movie. It's called Desperado. And
I've seen it.
You've seen it? Okay. It's Antonio Banderas. He's pretty much it's the sequel to El Mariachi, and that's like a low budget, like it's a low budget action movie. But then Desperado's the sequel to it. Not a lot of people know about that. But that's the one. He's just a guitar case wielding. It has all kind of guns in it. He just goes gun crazy, shooting everybody. It's a nice, clean movie. Like just lighting everybody up. And Salma Hayek's in there. She's young, so she's cold as mess in this movie too. So yeah, definitely check it out. And just don't ever watch the sequel to that. Once Upon a Time in Mexico. It was awful. Johnny Depp's in it, and he like even he couldn't save that movie. It was that bad. Like don't watch that one, but watch Desperado. Definitely watch that one.
My recommendation is going to be Creed 3. The fight
Fire.
scenes are fire. Especially if you like anime. There's definitely the influence there. You can really tell. I didn't miss Rocky. Like honestly, like I'm like I can't
told
believe
you.
I said that, but I didn't miss Rocky. I didn't need him.
I have not seen any of the Creed movies yet.
You
at
should.
all.
The
They're
first
good.
2 are
It
good.
here's the thing. I'm gonna, in order to do that, even though it's not necessary and I don't have to do this, but for me, I'd have to go back and watch all the Rocky movies again,
You
and
should
then the
should.
Creed movies.
Just the first 3.
No, I have to watch all of them.
No, Apollo dies.
I am a
Oh.
I am a completionist.
Well, you gotta watch 4 too because 4 is a call. 2 is a Creed.
Yeah,
2 is a
sorry, 4.
callback to Creed.
But you also got to watch Rocky 5 because you got to know why they're broke.
True.
You gotta,
That is true. You gotta know why Rocky just.
I thought they got rid. I thought they undid Rocky 5.
No, they
no,
didn't.
no. Rocky 5.
Which one did they
become broke.
retcon? Didn't they retcon one of them?
They didn't really
No.
retcon any of them. Rocky's still poor, but he's not poor anymore.
Now
But-
you can get his cameo money.
He owns a restaurant,
Oh,
but he's not like
Of course
rich.
he does.
He owns an Italian restaurant.
it
But-
should have been a cheesesteak restaurant, but whatever.
Joe said Keanu Reeves is a trash actor.
Well, you know what
You're trash.
he was commenting the whole time. He could have just come on the show. wanna hear
yeah, Creed 3 was fire. The storyline was really, really good. Jonathan Majors killed it in the role as a villain. I'm gonna say he's a top 3 villain in the series.
Yes. I think he's the best villain, in my opinion.
And I have it ranked number 2 right now behind Rocky 4, but that's because I love Rocky 4. That's my favorite movie
Rocky
ever.
IV's the best.
Like ever of any movie, Rocky 4 is my favorite movie ever.
That is wild.
I love that movie.
Wild.
I love Rocky. Rocky's it might like
I
top
do too,
5,
but that's wild.
but like top
Rocky 4 is
3
the best
movies
Rocky.
filled with Rocky movies.
I think Rocky 2 is the best one to me. Rocky,
I love Rocky
even though they just never mentioned the fact that he was blind in one eye after that. Like they just never brought that up ever again. But that was
Well,
like the
they
whole
do
thing.
when they he makes them do the test thing, like where he smacks him.
Yeah, that was in Rocky 2.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what
in
I'm saying?
Rocky 3,
I'm saying
Rocky 3,
after that, they never did it again. They was just like, well,
his
you're
eye
fine.
healed. It healed.
But anyway, Michael B. Jordan can get it, so definitely, yeah.
Yeah,
The Creed movies.
Yeah, he's hot.
You think?
Yeah. But yeah, that's my recommendation. So what we do now is we do plugs. So Amanda, tell the people where they can find you.
Thank you. So, first of all, thank you for having me on. This was so much fun.
Thanks again for coming on.
So, again, I host the Sip List, which is a top 5 podcast. You can find it wherever you get podcasts, and then also on Twitter, list_sip, Facebook at the Sip List Pod, and the Sip List Pod on all the other socials as well. I try to keep up with everything, but Facebook and Twitter are the most active. So, new episodes every Thursday, and yeah, hope you enjoy.
Okay. The bad guy, Kenny.
Okay, I was waiting to be on the screen. So you can catch me on all social medias at Bad Guy Spoken. You can catch the Bad Guy Spoken podcast on YouTube, and you can check out. I have a new show on there called Hood Movie Review, and we rate and review every Hood movie. And I have another show I have planned coming soon. I just told you about that, where I watch terrible movies and get my opinion on that.
Review.
Yeah, bad movie. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. I'll think of something and think of it.
I need to know what qualifies as a hood movie later on, but
yeah, let's say there's all kind. There's some we argue about. Like we have a group chat and we all talk amongst ourselves about what's considered one and what's not. I don't think it's gonna make it. They've been trying to push Batman in there for so long, and I'm like, no,
it's not. That's
even though Gotham is the hood, but
yeah, but it's not about that. It's about the rich billionaire running around beating people
just
up,
beating on the mentally insane
in the hood.
Right.
In the hood.
There needs to be a movie where it's from the perspective of one of Batman's victims.
Well, no, that's the thing but he's not going at. He doesn't go after the innocent people. Obviously, he's not punching. Like he has the restraint.
Yeah, like are they victims?
But I think they could do something. Just don't have it be Batman. Have it be somebody else. Because don't ruin Batman for me.
I did like as when I was younger. I did have an idea for a movie. It was called Goon, but now there's a hockey movie called Goon. But it was pretty much the perspective
That's a good movie.
of a henchman. That was my thing. Like of the henchman, the superheroes coming in whooping everybody's ass, and you're next. You're like, golly, like that was my idea. I've been wanting to do this shit for a long time.
Yeah, I actually think that would be a fire idea. Like you get the perspective of like the Joker, or like in his mind, he's the good guy, I'm the good guy, and Batman's the villain. Or like,
it's like a Cobra Kai.
Or it could, or like you could do. It doesn't have to be the Joker. It could be like any villain. Like, actually, it'd be better if it wasn't the Joker and it was like a random villain that like isn't super popular, and you don't realize it's the villain throughout the entire movie. You
Harvey Dent.
Yeah, and you don't realize like it's Batman. You just see a guy like
just whooping everybody's ass,
whooping people's ass and stuff, and then at the end it's revealed like the whole time the main character was like the Penguin,
we're the bad
and
guys.
Batman would be the good guy. There's actually the guy who we thought was the bad guy was actually Batman.
Right.
That sounds like a fire idea.
You gotta have one guy look over the other guy. Hey, I think we're the bad guys. Are we the bad guys?
And then I'm Batman.
Oh shit, we're the bad guys.
So I be tweeting and TikTok, and you can follow me on both at DamoneyT13. That's DAMONEY T, the number 1, the number 3. You can also follow the T13 TikTok at T13. It's T13 spelled out, THREE for the illiterate. And Mike, where can they find you and all the other stuff we do?
You can find me on Twitter, hi-fi_Mike, where I tweet at Boy Meets World Fever at this point.
Not even just podcast.
Not even the podcast anymore, just Boy Meets World Fever, because they're the only active Boy Meets World podcast outside of Pod Meets World. And I think Broad Meets World, but they don't tweet back at me, so I stopped tweeting at them.
Or fight them.
Right? But they were on Pod Meets World, so they got a one up on me. Yeah, you can find me hi-fi_Mike on Twitter, and then you can find all the shows on T13 Media Network on our website at t13media.com. It's all there, but it's gonna be looking different soon, hopefully. You can also rate and review us on Apple and Spotify. 5 or fuck off.
The golden rule. So with that, that has been Not a Real Court, and court is adjourned.